How is it possible that some designers are charging $5 for a logo while others can charge $1.5 million? Today, I want to share the incredible story of Paula Scher and how she designed the famous $1 million logo for Citi in just 30 seconds. And I'm going to share everything that goes into actually designing $1 million logo. And let me tell you, it is not about using the latest feature of Adobe Illustrator. In 1998, two huge companies, Citi and Travelers Insurance, merged into a huge financial corporation valued at over $70 billion. The new company hired Pentagram, which is one of the best design agencies in the world, to rebrand the new company, which is called Citigroup. For a company like this, who has so much value into how the public sees them, a huge project like this is worth a lot, and the whole branding project was valued at $10 million. Out of it, $1.5 million was just for the logo design itself. Now, you would expect that a huge and complex project like this would take months of hard work, strategy session, brainstorming, coming up with a lot of options, but the reality was Paula Scher was able to solve this problem in about 30 seconds. The story is that Paula, which is one of Pentagram's managing partner, was sitting in the kickoff meeting with the clients, and while they were explaining about the project, she basically took a napkin and sketched out a logo and told them, here it is, here's your logo. You chose to keep the name Citi, and so let's write Citi, and if we want to maintain something from the Travelers Insurance company, which had an umbrella in it, let's put the umbrella on top of the Citi, and that's it. Here's your logo in just 30 seconds. But how is this really possible? How can Paula just sketch out the first idea that comes to her mind and get this approved, while all of us mere mortal designers, we have to come up with a lot of different options for our clients. We have to get the feedback. We have to convince them that this is actually good for them. And not to mention, we're not even being paid 1% of what she is getting paid. How is this even possible? Well, there's actually a story that helps to explain that. There's a story that Picasso used to sit in the street and then, offered somebody to pay her portrait. So he kind of sketched it out in like 2 seconds and then offered the portrait to her and said that would be $1,000. And the woman said, why are you charging $1,000 for it? It took you basically 30 seconds to do that. And he said, yes, that is correct. However, I've practiced my whole life to be able to do this sketch for you in 30 seconds. And the same is actually true for Paula Scher and her logo design skills. Paula Scher has been working as a designer for decades at this point, and she has built an enormous experience in branding, designing some of America's most iconic brands. She knows exactly what is required to create an amazing logo. She knows that the logo needs to be appropriate. She knows about the balance in the logo. She knows that it needs to work in a single color, that it needs to work in small scale. All of the different properties of good logos, a lot of them which we cover here on the channel, they come to her immediately within like second nature. She doesn't have to work for hours and brainstorm a million ideas. It just naturally comes to her because she is a practicing professional and has practiced her whole life to be able to come up with the right solution immediately. But the truth is that designing a solid logo that looks good, that has all the appropriates that we talked about, that's not really the hard thing. And Paula Scher said it herself. She said, there are a lot of capable designers who are able to design pretty good logos, but that's not really the problem, and that's not why you're getting the big bucks for designing logo. The really difficult and challenging thing for a designer is to go into a conference room where you have a lot of different people with a lot of different opinions, and getting all of them to agree that we are going to use this logo and that this solution is right for them, even though they have a lot of different opinions. Everybody wants to, share what they like or don't like. The ability to get all of the clients to agree to go with a certain direction, that is the difficult skill. And that is actually the secret why some designers are able to charge $1 million for a logo while others are only charging $5. The way to become a high value designer is to perfect your technical design skill, but also hone your client management and soft skill that will enable you to manage the project and get your clients to buy into your design decisions. Now, I personally have seemed to maxed out at charging $10,000 for a logo. The top bar to what designers actually can charge for their work is way, way higher than where I personally am. To me, that's inspiring, and it tells me that there's a lot of room for growth. If you want to learn more about logo design and branding, make sure you check this video, and I'll see you on the next one.